Hey, what's up, my Geminis? Thank you so much for being here again. My name is Emily Gear, and I am a multidimensional channel and a transformative energy healer. And I'm here with your now bi-weekly messages. If you have been watching my other videos, you will have seen that I'm now going to be splitting up the zodiac into halves. So one week I'll do the first half, the next week I will do the second half. It seems to fit better into my work schedule and my lifestyle and other obligations. So that's what we're going to be doing for now. There are no extended readings this week, extended relationship reads. However, I do want to get back to doing that soon. So just stand by. If you do find you want a private reading for a specific situation or energy healing or akashic records work, whatever it is, I always combine whatever your record keepers and source energy tell me you personally need, and that's what we work on in sessions. So those can be scheduled on my website, which is IamEmilyGear.com. If you're looking for something with a slightly lower price point, I do offer a recorded reading on my site for a specific situation that you ask me about. And those are slightly less expensive. They're not live. I do them pre-recorded and then I send them to you, but you do get an answer individual specific to your situation that way. Okay, so without further ado, let's get your cards for the next 2 weeks, Gemini. The next 2 weeks, messages for Gemini, please. The next 2 weeks, messages for Gemini. Okay. All right. We're starting with the Emperor, which is this backwards shit. It makes me crazy. Okay, the Emperor with the Moon. You can see how bad my hand-eye coordination is because I can't deal with the mirror image that I'm working with on this screen. The Four of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. I love this card for whatever reason. Reminds me of some like shamanic talisman or something. But okay. I'm first drawn to, honestly, without the meaning of the cards, the fact that we go from one tree to two. Okay. So there may be some area in your life where you are defining your boundaries with another person or situation or a group of people. I feel like there is and this really goes along with this Emperor card, that there's like a standing up for your sovereignty, your own power, your own ideas, your own separateness from other people. Now, we're normally talking about unity consciousness on this channel, but the thing is that we are also individuated beings, and that is part of what makes each one of us special. And so while understanding the interconnectedness of all of us, it is important to value your own personal power, what you have to offer in a relationship, in a job, in a creative project, or whatever. I'm seeing this, I'm seeing a couple things here. So we have the sun, and it is a black sun. And what I'm kind of feeling there, first of all, the first thing that they said was midday sun. So I do feel this sense of you being kind of burned up, burned out, burned in some way, that you're just you might be kind of sick of some situation where you're not feeling that you're standing in your full power. All right. Whether that, again, is a relationship that's not really respecting your sovereignty. Maybe it's just a relationship where it's not the other person that's doing something to you necessarily, but it's that you're not respecting your own inner knowing or inner feeling by allowing it to continue in the way that it is. It could be that you truly feel the need to go deeper. It could be that you truly feel the need to separate from it. It could be that, you really have to have a conversation and you're not stepping up and saying it because you're not honoring that deep inner knowing. Okay. And the moon here would also represent that deep inner knowing. This moon is also going into shadow. It's not a full new moon, but it's going into shadow. I'm also getting energy that, okay, so there was a solar eclipse on July 2nd, and there will be another one, I think. I have to actually verify this, and you can verify this too. I think there's another one on Christmas Day, December 25th. It could be that between those two events, that there is a very important shift for you. And I do believe that has to do with you really understanding who you are, separate from this group, this person, this project, and really understanding where your boundaries begin and theirs end, and understanding where you have the power to step up and say something, to change something, to do something, to make something better, to go deeper into something, to separate from something, whatever is resonating with you. And we have so here's the wheel with the 4 of Cups, and this is that very profound cyclic change that's coming in for you. I do feel that it may be in some way related to these eclipses. So it's literally one half of the year, essentially July to December. There is going to be these changes which are in your highest and best good. I typically feel that the Wheel of Fortune is in your highest and best good. This is not going to be a negative change. Now, the things that happen could feel like an unraveling, okay? Unraveling of a situation, a relationship, whatever. That could be in service to getting it stitched up properly. It could be in service of being able to dismantle it altogether. It's whatever is right for you, and whatever it's going to do is it's going to bust up this really stagnant energy that has been around you, okay? Whatever has been stagnant. Now, you may be growing in all the other parts of your life, but there is something that has been stagnant in your life. And for some of you, you have not been wanting to look at this. You've not been wanting to see the ways in which something needs to change. And that might be because it is so linked to your stability. It's so linked to what your life is like right now, your everyday life. So it probably is linked to either a really important relationship like a spouse, or it could be related to like your income. What is supporting you? This is all about, to me, this feels like structure and support in this moment. Okay. So it could actually even be a move where it's related to your physical house, the timber that builds the house. It could be related to your entire legacy, or that's my dog moaning, sorry. It's not some kind of demonic force. It could be related to your legacy. It could be related to, I just heard health. It could be related to your physical bodily health. All right, so keep that in mind as well. But you may need to step in and say something, to speak your deeper truth to someone, or to stand in to embody your deeper truth in some way, whatever is appropriate for your situation, okay? It is creating a positive change in your life. It will take you out of the stagnancy that you have not wanted to look at, or maybe has seemed like such a big mess of a project that you don't want to deal with it. It's a big mess. Is kind of what I'm hearing right now. So for some of you, this is a really big mess. There are a lot of cards that just came out. So I'm going to show them all to you, and then I'm going to read them overall, okay? 3 of Pentacles. The Devil. Pinwheel paws are on fire. Mother of Cups, which is the Queen of Cups. 3 of Wands. 9 of Pentacles. This has come out for everybody. 8 of Swords, also coming out for everybody. Daughter of Cups. Five of Swords. There's a lot here, so I am feeling for this that you are going to be kind of taking charge of creating your own reality, that you're finally, like, something is just clicking for you, where you're understanding in the process of learning, okay, your soul's learning that you have been held back in some ways by not embodying this energy. I think it's important for you to know that in situations where you're stepping in to create a boundary or claim your sovereignty or personal power, that these messages should be and need to be delivered with a sense of compassion, that it should not necessarily be viewed that anyone is doing something to try to hold you back or to try to harm you or hurt you, that this is likely on their end coming either from fear or from some sort of conditioning, some sort of programming that they don't know another way. It's going to be different for all of you. And it could be indeed be you that needs the compassion, that you are the one who's conditioned and didn't know another way. But when you begin to really honor that deep knowing, that deep inner knowing coming out here with the moon, and overcoming those fears of standing out and standing up and standing strong, that you're going to be able to sort of break these boundaries that have been, or break these like kind of, you know what it is I feel like, you know, boundaries, we set boundaries and they can be positive things. But there are also times where we set boundaries out of fear, or times that we set boundaries that were once positive and now we've outgrown. I'm feeling a sense more than anything that you're outgrowing old boundaries that you're going to need to break out of. So maybe you learned at some point in time that, you know, not speaking up was the best way to get ahead or receive some kind of reward or something like that. And that may have served you in your situation for a time. It is no longer serving you. You are going to break out of this cocoon, and you are going to be beginning anew with this Daughter of Cups here. And it is you standing on your own 2 feet here. I feel like this 9 is really related to this Emperor, where you're creating your own stability now. You can stand on your own 2 feet. You don't need anyone else. You don't need this particular group. You don't need anyone's permission to do this, whatever it is. Whether this is like, again, some of you, I'm feeling like a business project that you've been afraid to start because you're afraid of what other people will say. You're afraid to leave your past job and disappoint people. You're afraid to whatever it is. There's an element of fear. There's an element of somebody else's expectations that they are not to be necessarily blamed for, okay? But you still need to step up and create your situation, your reality, okay? The caution here is just this 5 of Swords. It's like making sure that you maintain this energy of compassionate discourse, compassionate movements, compassionate decisions that are still based in your truth. So this is not martyring yourself and like giving up your dreams or your whatever because you don't want to hurt somebody else's feelings. But this is being considerate for their situation, or, you know, the fact that they're not doing something to you on purpose, or whatever it might be in your situation, all right? You want to avoid getting into the mindset that, man, this person is really fucking my life up, or, God, I just hate this job or this group. They're really holding me back. There was a purpose served by whatever you have just gone through, and now it's time to move into the next thing. Now it's time to get out of this cocoon. You know, you're ready. You're breaking forth. You're ready for it. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and end it there for this week, or these 2 weeks. I really hope that this has been helpful for you. This sounds super exciting. You've got a lot of great new stuff coming in. You can absolutely handle this, whatever it is. And any of the feelings that you're having about serving yourself, honoring yourself, standing on your own 2 feet. They are not selfish. Okay, I'm feeling that from some of you too, that you're worried about separating from something, that you're either screwing yourself or you're being selfish or you're screwing other people over. Sometimes these decisions simply need to be made for the greater good of all. Okay, and that is what I want to leave you with here. All right. Okay, guys. Awesome to talk to you, and see you in a couple weeks. Don't forget, my website is IamEmilyGear.com. If you would like to set up a healing session, reading, combination, or anything else like that. And I will see you in a couple weeks. Bye.